Yeah, the finale is just a letdown gameplay-wise, honestly. The gameplay in Azure was always really fun, and it was one of the best things about it, but in finale, it's just kind of like, it gets really annoying and tedious and stale, and I'm just kind of like, the combat's still fun, it's still the same, but like, it's just the bosses get more annoying, and I'm just like, it gets less fun as a result. So that's a little disappointing, because genuinely, the combat's like one of the best things about this game. We did it. That takes care of that. No, wait, his spiritual energy is rising again? But how? Did I forget to mention? The Sectarian of Zero provides this machine with an infinite source of power. The only way to stop it would be to annihilate it entirely. I suppose there's no room in this justice for his play, for fair play words. If only we could find a weakness. Settle down, I have no intention of taking your lives. That is, if you surrender peacefully and subscribe to my ideology. What in the? What's going on? The flow of spiritual energy ceased. Yeah, okay. This can't be happening. The supply of spiritual energy must have run dry. Man, about time, I'm beat. They pulled it off. We sure did. What is the meaning of this? Why is the energy from the Sectarian suddenly halted? It appeared that playtime is over, I'm afraid. Ouroboros. Campanella. Oh no, the professor dude. The anguish from the society. F. Novartis on the 13 factories. What are you saying, Professor Novartis? What is the meaning of this? This is another of the society's ploys. Did you lay some kind of trap in this machine? Weren't you told the only thing you were gifted was assistance? Now that I've acquired all the data I seek, I'll be taking my leave soon. Along with the final model behind you as per our contract. Contract? Are you out of your mind? I bought this machine directly from the society. You have no right to take it back. I'm afraid not. There's been a slight amendment to the terms of stipulations. It states that once a machine has served its purpose, we're allowed to recover it. You can see the dotted line for yourself. The signature, it reads, Maribel Croy. It's all true. That laugh. It's Belle. Ah, there she is. Belle, what have you done? Where even are you right now? Words. Are you not inside Orca's tower? Of course not. I haven't been there for quite some time. I'm with Kia, as are the rest of us. That's right. We didn't come across any of them as we searched the floors. Oh, hey, guys. Uncle, Shirley. Bloody Shirley. Even Wald. So he really is with them. Wow, things are really heating up now. What is going on here? I don't believe this. All of you are betraying me? Ooh, I didn't see this coming. My apologies, Mr. President. However, my intentions and loyalties were never with you from the start. My collaboration was always in service to the aims of Maribel, as well as her legal counsel. Legal? No, it can't be. But it is. What? Screw off, game. You're kidding. This can't be real. Explain yourself, Mr. Grimwood. How could you scheme like this behind my back? For ages I've come to you for guidance, I trust. Indeed, and so too have you always been a prized pupil to me, Dieter. Your business sense is second to none, and your skills as a politician exceeded my expectations as well. If you have just one fatal flaw, it's that you're an idealist. Up until now, Father, you've assumed that everything has been going exactly as you planned it. In actuality, every step we've taken has been according to Mr. Grimwood's vision, not yours. From the manipulation of the cult, to the agenda of the trade conference, to the raid on Crossbow City, to the moment you declared independence. Tell me, father, just who was it that put those very ideas into your head? Had you remained on track, I would have been content to stay on the sidelines. But I have deemed that it's no longer in my best interest to continue pulling the strings from the shadows. The Azure Zero project will proceed as planned, with myself as the helm. Azure Zero? Yeah, the name of the game. What is that? Soon the Septarian of Zero will take its final form. The Azure Tree, where the ruler of space and time will rearrange the very principles of the casualty. The Azure Tree comes. We probably do the Azure Tree as like the final dungeon, I'm guessing. Again, I know about the Azure Tree because of Cold Steel 2. Witness its rebirth. You guys seeing this? What is this blue light? To the southeast near the wetlands. What the hell? I bet like actual money the Azure Tree is just gonna be the final dungeon. We got to see it like far away about the Azure Tree, but now we actually get to see it be created. You kind of get to see it created in Cold Steel 2, but you don't get this much context on what it is. You're just like, oh, you know there's an Azure Tree, and you don't really get much else. But now we actually get to see the Azure Tree form. Wow, okay. I don't even think I need to say how anticlimactic and lame the Grimwood reveal is. Because the game makes it as such, and there's, like, literally no build-up. Like, at all. Hey, Azure Tree. If you did a line of side quest with the blind reporter guy, Lloyd would have known Grimwood was part of this. Was this side quest hidden? I don't remember doing such a side quest as the blind reporter guy. Oh, would you look at that? A tree? Look, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I don't remember everything. I'll keep it a buck with you. I don't remember everything about this game, but I remember the gist of what I played, obviously. I won't remember super specific things, but I like, don't remember everything about the game, but I also don't remember, like, I'll remember the gist of things. I do not remember doing a side quest with a blind reporter guy. It was hidden. The first one is shown off, but the rest are hidden. Oh, okay, so the game expects you to do hidden side quests, which hidden side quests are found by talking to specific NPCs, if you're not using a guide, to activate them. It basically expects you to do those side quests in order for this twist to actually, like, mean anything. Yeah, I don't even need to say how garbage that is. Magnificent. We're bearing witness to the product of a singularity, an unanticipated miracle that brings even the salt pale to shame. Hold on. Didn't you say that tree is the true form of the Septarian of Zero? Where's Kia? What have you done to her? I can understand why you feel the need to ask. After all, your dear beloved Kia is right in front of your eyes. For the Azure Tree is Kia herself. It bears mentioning, however, that her heart and body have not been lost in the process. You can rest easy in that respect. More importantly, she has now become the arbiter of all. There's no need to consider this grim outcome for her, nor for any of you. If possible, I would like for all of you to remain in your roles as her guardians. This is all too much. None of this crap is making any sense. Grimwood being here doesn't make any sense. Right, that's what I said. But who cares either way as long as it's a good time. Don't you think, Risha? If you plan to interfere, then go ahead. I have no objections to stopping you myself. Doing so is already provided for in the contract after all. I want someone in chat to tell me what the first side quest is called. As soon as I get the option, I'm going to open my notebook and see if I did it. I'm pretty sure I did. Maybe I missed one or two side quests shown, but I did the mass majority of the side quests. I want the name of the side quest that is shown to you to see if I did it. I don't give a damn what their big plan here is. But if I so much as see your face, I'm finishing you off for good. Got that, Wazzy? Wald. Oh, I forgot about the... I didn't consider the fact that we would have to fight Wald and we're gonna have to use Wazzy, but Wazzy's already in my main team, so... Goodbye, everyone. Do take care. And before I go, thank you for everything you've done for me throughout the years, Father. Or maybe there's just extra dialogue, because someone in chat said there's no more forcing people into the party. You may have been a simple, hopelessly romantic fool of a man, In the end, I never could bring myself to hate you. Bell. As curious as I am to stay and watch how things unfold, other plans beckon me to faraway lands. I'll have to settle for reading all about it in the follow-up reports. Wait. I'll be going now. I don't know how much you can hope to accomplish, but at least try to put up a good fight. I would hate for you to provide me with data that's anything less than noteworthy. That nut job just had to get the last word in. Is everyone okay? You guys. We're gonna need a status update. But more importantly, what's the meaning of that enormous tree? It's the final dungeon. Well, where do we even begin? Suffice it to say, it means things aren't over just yet. Who could have predicted things weren't over after this? Please just send me to the final dungeon and I can finish the game. This is Trails, it's not going to be that simple, but... Chief? Is everyone on the ground alright? Yeah, those magical constructs vanished into the thin air. We've already secured the tower. That aside... What in the hell happened up here? A lot. Yeah. Lord and the others outlined the events that had just transpired. You have to be kidding me. So Grimwood orchestrated it all. It goes against all reason. This is like the lamest reveal. I don't mind the fact that Grimwood was bad, but the final, like, the mastermind orchestrated all of it, that's lame. Grimwood being, like, the main one at the very end, the last reveal, and, like, orchestrating all of this is lame. I honestly don't mind Grimwood being a villain. First of all, build-up is what it needed, and apparently these hidden side quests have build-up, which, putting aside the fact that side content makes the story, you know, like, whatever. If you're choosing not to do the side quest, then, you know, you could choose, but forcing you to do side quests the game doesn't tell you about, that you have to go out of your way for, is even more lame. Like, if they're hidden, especially. I wouldn't have minded Grimwood being bad, but, like, the fact that he's, like, the main, essentially the main mastermind is really lame and underwhelming. It explains a lot, especially taking into account his connections in foreign affairs, business, the police, the guild, the list goes on. Thinking back on it, he had access to all the resources needed to pull something like this off. Hell, if I knew what his motive is, but we don't have the time to suss that out right now. Yeah, he had the rights to do all that, sure, Sergei, but like... That's just like, sure, he could do it, but like, why? And how? And why would anyone suspect him? Right. Wazi, can you call the Merkaba? I was waiting for you to ask. You're heading over there, huh? Yeah, I know this might fall outside the scope of our work as officers of the law. But if that's where we're gonna find Kia and the answers to all of our questions, there's no other choice. Oh, Chad is saying even with his quest, it's lame? Alright. Wow, so they also, they're like, hey, do these hidden side quests to have, like, this reveal mean something, but turns out even when you do it, it's kind of, like, still underwhelming. That's... This is probably just a weak point in the story, I guess. My thoughts exactly. Someone has to stop Bell. It would be pointless to surrender after coming this far. I've got a little family reunion waiting for me over there. I have a responsibility to go as well. You do? Hey, I'm the one providing the ride. If the Merkaba goes, so do I. Not to mention I have an axe to grind with, well, I have my own score to settle as well. She and I will end this once and for all. This is something I must do. I have questions for MacLean and Grimwood both, and I intend to give them the third degree myself. Oh, they're gonna probably make me use Dudley at some point, like have him in the party. We are gonna, apparently someone in chat said Dudley's thing is at 99, so we're gonna have to get him to 99 anyway. They won't be going there without me. Guess there's no point in arguing with any of you. Leave the city to us. We'll figure out what to do with the president and everybody else in the tower. Listen up. I want you to go there and sell this the way you think it needs to be done. This is more than just a job for the SSS. You've got a duty to do this for yourselves. Yes, sir. Am I really just going to the Azure tree and finishing the game? They gotta have the final bonding scene at some point. Maybe that's like right now. I guess we'll see. I would have been like, I would have still been annoyed. I would have been annoyed, obviously. Like, I would have still been like, alright, yeah, you locked like one of the reveals to actually have some leeway with it to side quests. I would have been like, alright, lame, but fine, as long as they're shown to you. But the fact that they're hidden quests just makes it even more of a scum move. Like, expecting you to go out of your way for hidden content to reveal something is just, it's even more lame. Are you for real? That thing's absolutely nuts. But, what am I saying? Honestly, Azure is like, I honestly kind of, I didn't like Dieter Croy as a villain, but I thought Dieter Croy was an interesting twist on a villain, especially compared to Joachim and some other Trails villains. I thought what they did with Dieter was interesting, but now it's kind of undermined by the whole Grimwood thing, I guess. I think what they should have done is they could have kept Grimwood as a villain. I think Grimwood should have been like a reveal earlier in the game. He could have been a villain earlier. Like, the Dieter Croy and Mariabelle section, right? When, like, Kia became a Septarian, that was a good enough reveal for, like, oh, yeah, these are the main antagonists you're going to deal with. But then putting Grimwood at the end of it is just so underwhelming. Like, that should have been, like, the final villain reveal. Like, Dieter Croy. And then they could have still had Mariabelle, like, turn on Dieter. Mariabelle and Arios turn on Dieter. That's fine. That's actually, like, in my mind, like, that's pretty good writing. I like that, but having Grimwood just be the mastermind to an extent is really just a letdown. Is it true? Did Kia really make that tree appear? Yeah, we have no reason to doubt it. The Azure tree, the final form of the artificial Septarian. How unfathomable that such a thing could sprout from the delusions of man. Am I correct in assuming that even you don't know what kind of power it's capable of? Yes, all my senses tell me that there is something extraordinary about the blue light in the midst. It holds ascendancy over all the elements, time, space, and mirage included. The Croy family manufactured the Septarian of Zero as a facsimile of the Septarian of Mirage. Could it be that the power to control space and time was included in the process? I cannot profess to hold any insight on what the Septarian is capable of. Simply put, it would be to our best benefit to assume that nothing is beyond its limit. You're kidding. The power of that magnitude would rival even Adios herself. Whatever the case, it doesn't change what we have to do. Arios, Mariabelle, Mr. Grimwood, and everyone standing with them. We're gonna find out what it is they're really after, and then we're taking Kia back. Exactly. Without a doubt. Oh, heck yeah! This is starting to give me goosebumps, in a good way, of course. Grace, what are you still doing here? Shouldn't you have disembarked with Speaker McDowell? Can it, mister? You can't tell me what to do. I got duty to give to crust villains the facts, and there's no better place to find them than on the front lines. So let me do my job, and that front page feature is as good as yours. Exasperated groan. This can hardly end well. Hate to change the subject, but we better get a head start on prepping up. You're right, there's no telling what could be waiting for us there. Fighting underground has ceased, so there's no place in the state so we can't get to the Merkabah with now. You can give the orders if there's somewhere you would like to visit. Will do. Okay. So, Nielsen, the blind dude, was met in the story, but his quests weren't shown. So, you said the first quest was shown, though. Right? Is there like a... I didn't do this one? Oh well. I didn't do this one either. Okay, I did miss a few side quests, but I did the mass majority of them.